Hey, this is Tracy Vincent with Marshall University with the Autism Training Center. Today I'm going to talk about how to use the first and then board. Hopefully by now you've seen Julie O'Malley's overview to visual supports, which will help serve as a reference point on what I'm going to be talking about today. So what is a first then card? First then board or card, here's an example of one, is a visual display of something that the individual prefers that will happen after completing a task that is less preferred. So when is this board useful? And why is it going to be helpful in everyday situations? This first then board or card is going to help teach that individual with autism spectrum disorder to follow directions and help them learn new skills. This first then board or card motivates them to do activities that they do not like and helps clarify when they can do what they do like or enjoy doing. At first, the first then board also is going to help lay the language foundation that's needed to complete multi-step directions and activities and to use more complex visual systems. So how do I teach and how do I use this? First of all, we need to decide what task your individual, the first thing you want them to complete, so that's going to go in our first box. Here I have, it's kind of hard to see, I know, is a picture of letters. So this is in my first box, and then I'm going to have over here in the then box a preferred item or activity that's going to go here and then that your individual may find or immediately gets or find rewarding after they complete the first task is done. Okay, so this is preferred item activity that should be motivating enough to increase the likelihood that the individual is going to follow your direction. So first we're going to work on our letters, then we get a paint. So what we want to do is we want to put the visuals on a board. It could be actual photos, it could be drawings, it could be actual even written words. I want you to know that this, is just one that I had found online. I make individualized ones. For example, I have one here of a Spider-Man, first and then, and they put their cards when they're done down here in the finish pocket. This is what this little motivated him. Here is also just a dry erase board. You can write it in. You could have them try to draw a picture of what they're going to do first, then what's the reward or what's going to be reinforcing for that first to be completed. So again, there's no right or wrong way. You can go online, like I said, in Google and get numerous ideas on how to do that. Another one is the first then. This is just a cheap little a little pencil pocket holder from the Dollar Tree, and I just wrote first and then, and again, first story time, then they get a snack. Has a zipper, you can keep the cards in the back of it. So again, there's no right or wrong way to use a first then, what style that you like to use. So try to use the least, we want to try to use the least amount of words if possible. For example, for the beginning, with the first, you want to say first, work on letters, then paint. If needed, you can refer to the board while the individual is actually doing that task. You can say, for example, one more letter, then paint. When the individual is almost done, remember, only say one more if they understand that concept. It's very important. So when the first task is completed, you want to refer back to the board. For example, say, all done with letters, now paint. It's very important that you immediately provide that reinforcement after that activity has been completed. Extremely important. So in order to teach an individual with autism spectrum disorder, they have to value this card, this first then card or board. You need to give them that reinforcing activity item after they complete that first task. Otherwise, the individual may not trust this board and they may not want to use it the next time. Okay, thanks for listening and tuning in to how to use a first then card. Hopefully this information will be useful and hopefully you'll be able to tune in and watch more upcoming videos. Thanks.